Let's say hello to our next guest.
Our next guest is the co-founder for White Fox Real Estate and a regular on the judging panel for The Block.
Never has your home had to be your castle. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the castle of The Block 2020.
Nice line, Marty.
Please welcome to the studio a man who's properly into property, Marty Fox.
Hey!
Good morning.
How are we all?
We are good. How are you, Marty?
Very good. Beautiful sunny Melbourne day.
I know.
Have a
In the
listen to
greatest city in the world, Marty.
What's the clearance rate in Melbourne for auctions at the moment? They have a good weekend?
Sitting in the 60s?
Yeah, it's sitting in the 60s, which is sort of fair. You know,
Is
it's
it a
not
good
skewed.
time to buy or sell?
I think it's a great time to buy. I feel that Melbourne has hit that sort of bottomed out section. So if you're looking to buy now. Because
Now's the
next year,
time.
I think next year is going to be positive. We've had 2.5 years of pretty flat.
Yeah, right.
You know what's not going to sell? That green oven on the block last night.
It'll sell, but it didn't capture me, that's for sure.
If I bought that house, I would rip that. That's the first thing I would do is rip that out.
I can't stand it. Look at it.
I don't mind
It's
it.
the colour green.
So they've chosen a snot green oven.
It's
Absolutely.
more a forest green, isn't it?
No, that's vomit green.
Shrek green.
It is Shrek green.
It's Shrek green. It's from the
Yes.
swamp.
I'm no real estate mogul, but from what I've heard, you want to keep things like as neutral as possible, I imagine.
Well, you want to appeal to the masses, if you think about it. You want to have 10 people walk in and have at least 7 say, I really like that.
Yeah.
So if you missed the block last night, it was the kitchen reveals, which is a huge night because it's the heart of the home, the kitchen, isn't it, Marty?
Kitchen sell homes.
And that is a beautiful Smeg oven
Snot
and range
green.
hood as well.
Was it the girl with the green hair that did that?
No.
No, but you think it should be.
Yeah.
There's a girl with very green hair.
Now,
It's like, have you ever seen cars on the road and they're like, witch's hat orange? And I go, who's ordering that colour?
Yeah.
Like, is Smeg really moving
No
a lot of
offence
snot
to
green
anyone
ovens?
listening to this in
Hey,
their
Smeg
car
does
right
great
now in an
products.
orange car.
and look, the girl with the green hair.
Clint, go on.
Oh,
Kylie.
she's mean. She's got to back off. You know how I took exception with that other couple a few years back?
Yes,
yeah, and
you
you-
did too.
you-
She's just as bad. She's got an attitude on her, and
I think we need to do a welfare check on her partner.
I
Marty,
know.
do you get to have any interaction with the contestants or do you just roll in for reveal days?
I honestly roll in, and I think that's why the show is so successful. It's so produced after you've shot
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
we walk in with fresh eyes. So when we walk into those houses, that's the first time that we've seen them. And they separate us from the contestants. So we don't know about anything that's occurred during the week.
So you don't know anything about their personalities, anything until the end of the season?
absolutely nothing.
Wow.
So I've met the contestants twice. But it's
Someone's
all...
caught you up on the old one person stooping someone else and all that
Oh,
sort
well,
of-
there's always whispers,
right,
but
yeah.
you
And
genuinely walk in with blind eyes.
Did you know that couple had left and that there'd been a change in couple? Because one couple left the show and that 2 girls came in.
Yeah.
Correct.
So did you walk into the house and go, this is a different style to last week?
No, so as soon as we got there, we found out. So
Right.
it was a shock
Yeah.
because I was actually really liking where House 1 was going.
Oh.
You know, it was very marketable. It would have sold extremely well in the market. And then throwing in 2 people at that stage, Maddie and Charlotte, that's a hard thing to do because they need to adopt that style and then try and somehow make it all flow.
But they have a completely different style.
Well, we haven't actually seen their style properly because they were given that kitchen. So that
Yeah.
kitchen would have been pre-ordered.
But they flip houses before, so they've got a bit of experience.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're incredibly successful for early 20s. What they've been able to do,
Yeah.
they-
Early
they-
20s.
they're
Imagine
coming
me
in.
renovating a house in my early 20s. Oh, my God.
We were just
Would have
happy
had
to make it
posters of
home after a night out.
Brad Pitt on the
Yeah.
wall.
Hey, question.
Few
It
kebabs
is
in the tank.
this series being shot at Phillip Island, and it's very broadly being marketed as a holiday home. I don't want to spoil anything, but is there a locked game cupboard that they're going to incorporate into the home?
Oh, yes, and
Oh,
chess.
for the
and-
share house?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you think, and what the boys are doing is really cool. And a lot of people saying, "Oh, but is it just holiday homes?" These homes could easily be people that live down there as well.
Yeah.
Your bang for buck, even though they are double the median price down there, you'll see that these homes are pretty spectacular. They're huge, like they're massive houses.
What do we think they're going to go for?
Well, they're quoted in the high ones, and they've
Oh,
got
that's more reasonable than some of the
Yeah.
others where they've been like $5 million.
but they come with depreciation schedules of mid-4s. So
I don't know what that means.
No,
So if you buy the house, you can depreciate your taxable income up to $4.5 million. So
still
for
lost me.
investors,
So you're just
and
getting it back.
You're getting
Marty
it back
Fox,
over a period
you
of time.
know real estate. You've seen the best of the best, the worst of the worst. Would you buy a house that had been renovated by block contestants?
100%, and that's because what you get the ability to generate income in 3 different ways. And that's why these houses continually sell.
Yeah, but are they going to fall apart?
No, because
No,
Channel 9 have builders as well who are the site supervisors, and they make sure that everything is to code. And
Dan and Danny. Is that them? Oh, no, there's other ones.
Other ones. And they make sure that they are perfect.
Hey, he's always working, this bloke.
Yeah.
We had Marty on the Today Show on Saturday for a segment we call Property Watch.
Right.
Now, as part of this, he talks clearance rates, auction numbers, but then he does a spin through some of the great marketable homes on the market.
yeah.
So it's
Almost
a random...
almost like the original real estate show on Saturday mornings when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a random sort of, excursion through the property market.
Yeah, right.
This is what Marty selected at the weekend.
Okay, Marty, can you take us through quickly some wow homes on the market, starting
For those of us with a lot of
Yeah,
cash.
for those of us that can't
for the
afford them,
1%. This is a home that I own, and it's currently on the market. So you can buy a block judge's house in Allison Road, Alstonwick.
What's the chances?
Why not?
Well,
Free advertising, Marty. Good on you.
100%. And if you see an opportunity, you got to take the biscuits. Got to
That's
run
exactly
with it.
Now,
right.
all right, we're talking, to a small portion of Melbourne that can afford block-style homes. For the everyday person selling their houses at the moment, where should they be putting their money when it comes to getting the house ready to get on the market?
The biggest return on investment is making sure that your facade's beautiful. People fall in love with the front of a property.
Right.
Paint, carpet, floors, they all give you the best return.
Right.
And gardens. Gardens are the ones that capture the emotion. So,
So expensive. to
declutter, depersonalise.
We were only saying that
it's not
the other day.
expensive to do.
I
It's
went
not
through
expensive.
a house recently down at the Peninsula. We went and looked at it, and I got there, and it was this beautiful home, and they had their laundry hanging in the kitchen. They had kids'
like your house,
toys
Clint.
all over
They
the
had the undies
floor.
hanging
They
out.
had the undies hanging out in the kitchen, and I was like,
Were they clean?
No.
Were they clean?
Well, they were, but they still had dirty clothes on the floor in the
That's
bedrooms,
right.
and I
That's
was
character.
like, no. I
You
just
wanna know
said
how
I want to get out of
functional
here.
the
I feel
home
like
is.
I don't want to feel like I'm in someone's home when I'm looking at a house.
Mate, I once went to an
I
open
feel like I'm in a
inspection.
display home.
And the guy was asleep in the spare room. The real estate agent had to say, look, that's the spare room. If you want, I can open the door, but he's asleep in
No.
there.
Over nearly 20 years, I've seen some doozies.
What's the worst?
I probably couldn't say it on air.
Oh my gosh, Marty, I was asleep naked in bed once at a rental in Byron Bay, and the real estate agent brought a family through and walked straight into the bedroom.
They would have bought it on the spot.
The teenage boy was pretty keen on the house. He was like,
I've never seen
come
5
with it?
people run faster in my
I can
life.
see us living here, Dad. Give them whatever they want for
I don't
it.
know if it was worse for me or the real estate agent or the family.
And then, was it your brother at checked out a property and there was a dark room upstairs with about 40 PowerPoints in it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
What could that have been used for, Marty?
Maybe a solarium.
It also has a button that you push and garage doors come down over the windows.
If you're into gardening. Well, mate, we are loving the block. We're loving your work on the block.
Who do you think wins?
Oh, I've got two
Not the
front
green
runners.
hair girl.
I really like, and again, I've got no idea, but I'm liking the Mediterranean, and I think House 5's
what?
they've won a lot of rooms.
Mediterranean?
What's Mediterranean?
I've only
It's
just
the
learned
blend of, that Mediterranean modern type architecture that House
who
2
would've
has
thought?
coined.
You know what I
They've
love?
coined their own
Is that a
term.
new word?
It is a new word, like what House 4 last year did with Japandi. So they've come up with their
Japanese.
correct.
I don't
Hang on,
remember
So
that.
Just quickly
modern
before you go, can you give me the real estate spin on these? Old house, what would you call it?
shithole.
Oh, I thought you were going to go the other. We're just going to go Art
Renovator's
Deco.
delight. Clint's got a, what would you call yours? Coastal.
So I live in Richmond, and it's very coastal.
But it's in Richmond. So what do we call that? Like a city
Very
coastal
close to the
hybrid?
Richmond Aquatic
It's funny,
Centre.
the moment you see a shaker door, people are like, oh, coastal. It's like, relax, mate.
That's
Well,
you.
looks over the Yarra. Marty
Very
Fox
coastal.
on the air with us this morning here at Nova. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
Thank
Marty.
you.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.